Hello, friendos. So, we are back in the aisle, and things are a little tiny bit different. I know you can see by the map, but before I get into all those shenanigans, I wanted to show you some stuff that's being worked on by the developers. And then we'll get into the shenanigans here of sacrificial altars for cannibals and all that fun stuff. Sounds fun. I think it sounds fun. Anyways, you guys enjoy the clips I have here for you. I broke my leg again. Leg break central. I think I did a compilation here. What is that? Wait, are those flowers? Why are they streamed in like that? That's so weird. Hang on. Yeah, those. Oh, okay. I think those are flowers. As I draw closer, I can see. Yeah, they're flowers with a higher streaming distance, I think. Eee. Anyways, let me show you some of the Recode stuff now. Okay, things keep on happening that distract me. Hang on. What is the... Whoa, yeah. What is... Are they... Those are supposed to be birds, I think. Oh, yeah, there's birds up there. That's all those are, but my camera keeps on going down in the water. Oh, wow, that's a lot of birds. Okay, I remember this. But the birds, they're not an actual NPC. They're just kind of there flying around. They disappear and fade off. It's like the birds that we have on the coastal area of the new map that we have, like Denya and V3 and stuff. But damn, that looks really good though. I like that. Like you just have the flock of birds going through. You need the sound effects and stuff, and you'd be set. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting off track. Here is the footage of the developers doing the whole Recode thing and Rex animations. So I managed to dig up some stuff about the Recode and what they've been doing with animations, and a lot of this is going to be about the Tyrannosaurus Rex. However, there is something to do with generations and a new login screen that I found that I'm going to talk to you about in a moment. This, though, is the T-Rex and its nostrils during the sniff animation. You'll get a better look at that in a little bit. For now, though, I want to show you something I thought was kind of funny. Nothing to do with development stuff. It's not official or anything. Please don't go to Don and say, oh, look what Ed said's going to be happening. A helicopter Dinosaur. No, I just thought this was funny, and I wanted to show you guys. I'd include the music. It makes it so much better, but I can't because it's copyrighted, which sucks. But I mean, I thought it was pretty funny, and we get to see the Dinosuchus anyways. So at least they're doing development on it and messing around with it a little bit. I like devs with a sense of humor. And then we move into the Rex and its limping animation. And even when it's injured, even when it's hurt, it still looks pretty terrifying with that mouth kind of open and you see the teeth. Kind of makes you reevaluate life, doesn't it? Yeah. And this is another Rex animation. Obviously, they've been working on this guy and trying to make him perfect. This is the scent animation that's been revamped a little bit with now the new nostril flares, and I assume some of these animations are now smoother and they just all around look more like a movie cinematic experience rather than just something they threw in a game, if that makes sense. I think they look fluid. I more or less left this clip in here for you guys to get an idea of game development and what goes into making all the different positions work, because it's a lot of complicated stuff and it takes a talented individual lots of years of experience to get this stuff down right and looking natural. I believe this was the entail of the Rex's new bite animation, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of work goes into this, especially if you want to break the jaws. And this is the eating animation, obviously. Now, this kind of stood out to me because you can see the Rex actually angles, and they have an IK system, so if there isn't a socket for the body that's on the ground when the foot goes up and latches onto the meat or the corpse, it kind of makes the animation pointless in a way. So maybe we're going to see the dinosaurs latch on during eating and some custom eating effects, if that makes sense. Now, this is a special gem in its own right. This is the baby Rex moving into subadult with seamless growth, a new system they've been working on. But I've only got so much to say about that. Here is Foz himself talking about the skin system.
Look, he doesn't have colors. Where's his colors? And he's got his little baby eyes. He's got his little baby butt. He got his little baby hands. And then watch this. Watch the colors slowly start to grow in. Like right now, he's like a teenager-ish. Look at my golds popping in. Look at me. Livable adult. I want to mate. No. Don't do that in the game. I was just joking. Never mind. It's because he hit puberty. Stop. Take that away. Delete it. Gone. Okay. And then the full adult. Boom. So that's the idea. There you go. I found the Viagra plant. It can't bend. Oh shit. I'm gonna get banned on Twitch before my 5th stream. Pretty sad.
So that was the Titanoboa and the new skin system. The Titanoboa really isn't anything special right now, but let's move into this. Now, if you look to the right of the login screen, you're gonna see humans and then Generation 1 and Generation 2. Now, I can't say for certain what that means. I don't know if something's gonna be happening with that or if humans is gonna be replaced with something else, but it's kind of interesting that they actually renamed the options from, I believe, Mercenary and Tribal to Generation 1 and Generation 2. And on top of that, they now have a new Omnivore option under Dinosaur. So you have your Herbivore, Carnivore, and then Omnivore. So creatures that will eat both meat and vegetation. It was kind of interesting to me, and I want to know what your thoughts are down below. And if you see anything different about this login screen that maybe I just don't see. I mean, everything else pretty well looks the same except for those minor changes that may be significant. I'm not too sure. And obviously then this is the login creator whatever screen where you can do all your stuff, but I don't even know if this might be a placeholder. He might just spawn himself in a cool looking, I don't know, bunker like thing to mess around with the skin system. So now we move into the Brachii and some blueprint work that they've been doing. Now I think the Brachii is quite literally just a rip of the pew, and they put everything with the pew onto a Brachii, more or less. It may even be an edited model, but I think it's fully custom. I don't think Dawn stands for anything less than excellence when it comes to the game and what they have made, so I don't really think they cheap out on things, especially with what I've seen for inside access of the Recode. So yeah, there's that, but this too.
100% true. It's not very big. But what's scary about it is that a hypo is that big and all the power of a hypo. So no, it's not very big, but oh boy.
So the Hypo Utah was brought into the dev kit. I get a lot of questions and comments about this creature. No, I've never used it. No, I don't think it has animations to move. I don't even think devs can use it right now because it's not really a priority, I wouldn't say, to put into the game, to be honest with you. And that's just a fact. I mean, they need to do other things that are more important than make more monstrosities and crazy creatures. But the cool thing here is the size. It's not like a Hypo Rex compared to a normal Rex. It's not a giant Utah. It's actually pretty similar in size. The lethality is actually in its ability to hunt down prey, and I assume a larger health pool alongside some very, very rough armor. But aside from that, I don't really know much about the Hypo Utah other than its crazy double claw stuff that it has. Probably gonna have some custom kill animations and stuff if they bring that into the game, but otherwise, that's pretty well it. And that's all I have to show you that's in development for the Isle for now. So, for now, that is all I have for you in the way of the Recode and the cool update stuff. It's actually really cool to see Foz, the Foz, on Twitch actually, and I'm probably going to try and check out some of his streams. I think you guys should too. I actually had the opportunity to talk with him a while ago when I was doing one of my Hypo videos, and it was pretty cool in the way that he explained some of his life to me, and we spoke for a bit, and he seems like a really wholesome, family-oriented guy. Like, he's like a big teddy bear and stuff, and I'm sure people are nervous to approach him because he's an Isle dev and stuff like that, and he's got important things to do, but I mean, the guy I love the guy. I think he's a big teddy bear. He's definitely not your typical, like, oh, wow, you know, I don't really care about anyone or anything. Like, he explained a lot of stuff to me, and I'm not going to go into his personal life or anything, but as a developer and as a person, I like the guy. I like the guy a lot. I don't know what his opinions are of me as a YouTuber or anything. It took some time to talk to me a couple months ago. But in general, I mean, great guy. I think he's going to be a great person to have on Twitch on top of streaming development of the Isle. Now, I know you guys are kind of lost right now on where I am or what server I just joined. I didn't join Isla Nicta, did I? No, I joined a different server. I joined the Bio Isle because they're using the Region 2 map. Now, this is a throwback for you guys, and it's really rare to see a different map on the Isle these days, but actually, this is Lake Break Central, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to respawn real quick, guys. Or maybe I can just throw myself off a cliff. Ah, there we go. All right, there we go. God, I don't even remember this map. Like, I think I'm near waterfalls right now, or I'm near some kind of water. Yes, there's water there, and then there's rapids, I think, right? Yes. And then up here was where a lot of herbivores and carnivores used to nest. So, the Region 2 map, this might be like a tearjerker for some of you guys, because this is just old school Isle. This is some of their first mapping stuff, and when the game was very much in its infancy. And actually, this was one of the maps I started my career as a YouTuber on, playing the Isle way back when, basically. I think herbivores used to nest here, or they used to hang out here and progress here at the time, because we had progression. Don't know if we had nesting or not, I can't remember. And I think over here somewhere the carnivores would nest because there was a swamp down there, or they would grow the carnivores down there. I think that leads into a nest, and this is actually where we had the reveal of the Dilo way back in the day when it was first brought in. And fun fact, I believe the one call, which is like the fluty, you know, fluttering loud call, that used to be its 2 call. Its friendly call was actually that, and at the time it was the most advanced dinosaur the Isle had ever brought in, because it had full body animation alongside with more things carefully thought out. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't the swamp, or maybe this is an older iteration of Region 2, or maybe it was a completely different map, because my memory is a bit hazy. Oh, yes, this is the swamp down right here. And this spot was crazy, and I think... I'm not sure. I don't know if the tall grass moves or not when you go through it. No, it doesn't move. I think they wanted to do that, but then I think they might have abandoned that because it was kind of pointless since they were replacing the map. So why bother even trying to animate this grass and make it so it did stuff when you went through it? But this was a really popular spot. I believe this is when they started using new vegetation packs and stuff like that too. But oh man, there's so many memories. I remember playing with Dondi way back when. I think I had like 80,000 or 100,000 subscribers, and the guy was trying to help me out, so he was giving me some exclusive content and some cool stuff to use. No, I remember now. I was going on a trip to New York, and I had to have 5 days of video content pre-recorded, and I spoke with him. I was like, hey man, I really have nothing to really record right now. Like, could you help me out? And he took time out of his day to show me some really cool stuff and do a dev Q&A, and I really appreciated that because I needed that week off. I had uploaded like 2 times every day for like 2 years or something. I just needed to get out and do something else, so I planned this trip, and I hated the idea of not uploading to my channel during that time. Oh, I hear something. There's someone in the general area with me, but I don't know where I am on the map. I hear it down there. Should I eat it? I feel like I should eat it. But at the same time, I might just respawn. Oh, I respawned and I ended up closer to it. Oh. Owl over there too. Now, if that's a Serato, I probably don't stand a chance. There it is right there. I see it. I just saw a tail going in through the bushes. He was scooting along, and I can't see him anymore. See, I like these bushes too because they're just so dense and you just can't see past them, which was great. I hear a Utah over there to the right. That was one of the good things about this map. I know a lot of the stuff was placeholder material and stuff like that, but it was still good type of thing. Like, I mean, you could use the environment to your advantage. Like, that guy just disappeared. Like, he's all the way down there now. And, like, I didn't even see him past that one bush because it was just it's so dense. So, like, he's all the way up there now. That's crazy. But yeah, like, I don't know. Everything was placeholdery and stuff, and I just liked it. I loved it, actually. It kind of brought me back. Well, this is actually kind of bringing me back to my roots for the original time I used to play the Isle. And I know I used to have bad views on placeholder stuff and stuff like that, but I mean, like, knowing that the Isle came from something similar too, I mean, it kind of gives me hope in the fact that, you know, games that have placeholder objects, be it whatever game they are, you know, pending the discretion of what you know about the developers and stuff or whatever, but pending all that, I mean, yeah, there he is right there. You know, pending all that stuff, I mean, I think you can make a pretty damn good game. you kind of just got to get the concept out there. I think this is gonna lead into an open area. Oh, it didn't take me out there. There he is, right there. It's a berry. I thought it was a serrato. That's what I thought it was, but it's a berry. Now, this is he one calling or three calling? No, he's got to be one calling. But I think this might take me into the area that I know the most. And I'm still going to stalk that berry because I might want to eat him, but I don't know if I want to tussle with him too at the same time. Look at that big rock structure. Is that a tree? There's something weird there. Oh, yes. I know this place. I know this place. That's, I think that used to be Pride Rock. And to the right, there's ruins. Yes, the tribal ruins. Guarded by a Rex. No, an aloe. No, an aloe? I can't see because there's like a fog and everything's really weirdly textured. You see like the grass cuts off too awkwardly. Hey, looking for a group? Ooh, I think you're a lot bigger than me. Hey, what's that right there? There's a Utah, I think, coming up. What are you doing? Why are you? You can't group up with us. Go away. But then again, I guess it can. I mean, this probably. Oh God! You're so cute. That's adorable. You have something similar to the color pattern I think he has. No wait, maybe I have. No, nothing. There's another Utah there. But I remember these ruins. God, I was so naive back in the day. These ruins, a lot of people, myself included, had thought that these would be. Oh, there's a gore on it. That's creepy as heck. A lot of people, myself included, had thought that these ruins at some point would mean something, that they'd be a sacrificial altar for cannibals, or you could do all kinds of weird stuff on it and you know, unlock things. But no, it was all scrapped because it's placeholdery stuff. At least I think this is placeholder assets. I mean, maybe they'll bring this stuff back in the future. Look at that. There's a gore pile right on top of it, though. That's kind of cool. Sacrificial altars were always cool in the game because we didn't know what they meant or what they would do. And I mean, I guess in a sense, I mean, there will be some kind of lore for it, but oh, there's more of our friends coming. I was getting some screenshots, but wow, you're a good looking one too. You're like a crimsicle aloe. That's nice. I hear a theory somewhere in the distance. So then down that way is actually the pond. I don't know what people used to call it, but I mean, it's where everyone and anyone used to go, and it was just like a battle central, and you would go there when you were fully grown to finally hunt it. That's where you would find everyone. If we went down here to the right, I believe we make it to Cannonball, I think. Yeah. So right here, it's actually kind of weird. You have a path right here you can go through, and usually people went through that and they ignored the fact that there was a path leading up here as well. And up here, if you were more of a seasoned player, you'd actually go up here to grow herbivores. So you'd find triceratops and, you know, anything else really that was available at the time for progression up in this general area. It was like a secret path that not too many players knew about, especially the new ones. They wouldn't know about it, obviously, because it was so hidden by bush. Now, I remember it being a little bit more safeguarded and just out of the way, but I don't know. And you, like right here in these bushes, you would have herbivores. Like, I know I spent many nights as like a trike here, for instance, you know, hiding in bushes like up right here, watching for carnivores that just stumbled across this or knew that this was here, and they were going up to get people who were progressing or, you know, doing their own stuff. And I think right here to the left, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be water, and sometimes you could get up there, but like there was no way down. If you got down out of it, you usually died from it. You could walk through that. There was a giant cliff, and yeah, this was kind of cool because like there was a way to get up there too. I don't remember how, but like the only way down after it was like if you broke your leg or something or killed yourself. And I think over here is, this might be Cannibal, this or maybe this is the other one. I think Cannibal is the other one, but I don't know what people call this one. There's floating trees, I think, or some trees were floating or something. Now, I don't know what iteration of the map this is, so it could be different. But I do remember there were trees that used to float, and they were awkwardly placed. And that was basically your warning that you were at that spot where the water was. Now, back in the day, too, I think, is this it right here? Yeah, right here. Back in the day, too, if you jumped off this and landed in water, you didn't die. I don't think you took... Yeah, you didn't take damage when you landed in water. But, I mean, now, obviously, if I was to ambush off of this, for instance, at least I think this is character specific, but like if you jump off now and you make it to the water, I mean, you die. You die no matter what now if you jump off this kind of thing. But I also remember that was one of my first areas to see the Magnorex, which was also really, really cool. But anyways, guys, I think for now, that's it for me on the Isle. I don't have anything else to show you, and I wish I did. I am open to checking out more of the Region 2 map and just seeing if anything's different on this version of the map versus what we played on, but this might be the most updated version of it. But anyways, guys, that's it. Leave a like if you did enjoy today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the stuff too from the developers of the game and what's been happening. I don't have an ETA for the Recode, unfortunately. And if you do hear anything about a ETA, well, more than likely it's fake news. Now, I know in my previous video I was like, 5 days to the Recode and stuff, but that's completely taken out of context. I had been getting DMs about the Recode and something jokingly said by a developer. Now, I couldn't dispute it or anything like that because I knew people were coming to me. I said, you know what, I'll include it in the video and I'll let people make their own conclusions, and maybe you guys would be interested more in the Recode and stuff like that. But no, otherwise I don't know anything about it, guys. I really don't. All right, I will see you in